Let's wedge that back up there. Yeah, close enough. Alright, let's get stuck into it, mate. Well, there we go, there's the intake manifold off. As you can see, it looks a little ordinary in those water jackets there. Quite very ordinary. Now I noticed, I don't know if you can see it, but that one there looks like it may have a bit of a whoop in it. A bit of too much pressure on that one. Same with that one. Don't know if it's an optical illusion or there's a little bit of a whoop in that one. Too much pressure. Yeah, but that one there looks like it might have a bit of a whoop. Same with that one. I'll probably rip those out and see if I got some spare ones out of that other motor, see if they're the same length or not. Yeah, but the idea is I was just pulling that off so I can swap it out with that manifold on the other motor, and that way I'll just put like a Elderbrock carby on it, or a Holly, something like that. Just cover that up, try and minimise the crap going in there anyway, at least. So here's the other manifold off the $300 350 Wrecker motor I got. It's a Elderbrock Performer, and so I'll strip it down and see how it comes up. I just noticed she's got a broken bolt on the thermostat housing, so we'll anyway, get her apart, get this Holly off, give her a bit of a sexy up and see how she comes up. I see it's got a little 1/2 inch spacer in there as well, which we may or may not use, I don't know. I'll see what the inside looks like. Yeah, righto, well, I'll get into stripping her. Righto, well, we're back at the bench that's always messy, and we'll strip her down and see if there's anything in it worth, or anything that's will make it not worth using, which I very much doubt it. It will be pretty sweet. when they got the motor out of it was in an old FJ45 Cruiser. When they got it out, they didn't worry about disconnecting anything, just cut it and she'll be right. There we go. Yeah, you can see where it had the, now this was real shit the other day, had the water go down through it, so who knows what is going on in there now. Still moves a little bit. Oh. Well, all the floats are either stuck or there's that much gunk in there that it's lifted the bowls up. This one's come loose. Back one ain't moving. Yeah, it's still, the seat's still stuck. Anyway, who gives rats about that at the moment? This is what we're wanting. Just all sorts of ugly in there. Yeah, look at it. Rubbish. And dirty. Our screw just finished charging. You can take that off. Swear I put more batteries in that thing than I do tanks of fuel. It was a great bit of fun when I first got it. Now, not sure if I just give that a bit of a tap. It's rooted anyway, if you can see that corrosion in there. Just to try and break that seal. Let's try something. I've always got a bunch of old cheapo screwdrivers around that I bash on, so I don't need to wreck all my good ones. How many times do you go to grab a screwdriver just to find it all messed up? Crikey, that's got a better grip on it than I thought. I don't want to smash on it too hard and deform the aluminium so it never gets another seal on it. If I lever it up just enough so I can see if there's actually a thermostat. See, there doesn't look to be a thermostat in it at all, so I should be able to put that around. Oops, how did you trip? And again. It's having a great run. Yeah, there's no thermostat in it, so I thought if there was a thermostat in it and I tried to hit it round, it'll just tear everything up, but there's nothing in it, so anyway, I'm just going to keep hitting that back and forth while putting I get a bit of oil or something, put down in there and just keep hitting it back and forth till I get it off. So once I've done that, then I'll get back to you. Alright, so things aren't going to plan with this. The whole stud's turning, and obviously I won't be able to do a full loop with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the grinder, just slip down the side of it, cut a little notch out. Hopefully that'll be enough to break it free, and we'll go from there after that. If that don't work, well, then I'll just cut the whole lot up and spin the whole lot out. But we'll give this a go and see what happens from there. A little bit of a whoopsie, but shit happens, I guess. You get that on the big jobs. See if this will be any better. See if you go for a tumble again. Hey, there we go. So, as you can see there, it's broke free now. So I'll be able to just wriggle that. Let's sit that down and see if it'll... There we go. Let's grab some throw it back up there so you get a better vantage point again. Now I already know this starts to spin because it was spinning with the thermostat housing still on it. I've already conveniently cut a nice flat side on one of the edges. cocksucker. And he's all guessed just what happened, I bet. Tried to work it a little bit, but no luck. Well, it's coming slowly. I'll just keep going at this, and I might have to apply heat. If I do have to apply heat, I'll flick the camera on and get that on there. Alright, so I haven't had a win with this thing, so I'm gonna weld a nut to it, hopefully. But the problem being is I've got to use my old helmet because my speed glass helmet, which is wicked and I can actually see out of, got a crack in the screen, so it's away getting repaired. So hopefully I can get this without welding things I don't want to weld, basically. Oh, let's see. Shit, I can't see anything. Oh, that one didn't work. Let's try another one. Let's see how this one goes. What's that actually set at? Oh, I can't see anything, so it's just best guess. Basically, from when I pull the lid down to what's actually happening. Crikey. Now if I cool the aluminium around it, no, sorry, I should be cooling the actual bolt itself to shrink it and have the aluminium stay hot. Anyway, I can sense another fail coming up here. But oh well, win some, lose some, so. No. Yeah, I'm about to spit the dummy and go inside anyway, because this is, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so a few days later, what I ended up having to do was drill it out and yeah, re-tap it. So that's what I've done. Come up not too bad. Well, when I say re-tap it, basically just tidy him up, because I did end up getting it out, but yeah, just giving him a tidy up, make sure it's all good. That's what we were chasing. That's all sweet, so this should be pretty good. Now, this is set up for a spread ball, I'm pretty sure. See how it's not square? That might have been why they had this plate on it. But anyway, I'll get a carby down from my little collection and see what's what. What one's in here? There we go. Alright, so this one is I think it's like an oddball size, like a 570 or something. What's that hitting on there? Around the back side here, our vacuum line is hitting the bowl, so it won't go up into position. And this other one, we've got up here. She's just a straight old school give up full manliness one. I think that's a 600 or something as well. But we've got another carby. Oh, this is oh, there it is. Yeah, there's not much room back there. Hey, come on mate. Settle down. I've got a nice big spacer here that should get me above it, but I've got this brand new Elderbrock sitting here on it. No, it doesn't matter. Oh, obviously there's going to be heaps of clearance if I drop this bad boy on there, because basically from the bolts back there's it's a flush sort of fit, so we might throw that on. Probably be the way to go. But in saying all that, hey mate, come on. I watched an old episode of I think it was Car Junkie TV or something. It's one of the guys from Roadkill, Dave Freiberger, and they had a Elderbrock manifold with, I think they were air gaps, and one of them had this centerpiece milled down from factory and the other one didn't. Anyway, they ended up, the one that had the milled out section made better power and torque all the way through than the one that didn't, and they ended up milling the one down that never had it and made the same numbers as the other one. So it turns out, well, for that application anyway, taking this down is the way to go. So I'm going to get the grinder and notch this divider out. Works, doesn't, not really fussed. I don't have any back-to-back tests of this motor to know if it would be better or not, but in their situation it was better, so stuff it, give it a go. Righto, hey mate. Just as I shut the camera off, I just realised why this Carby, it had the poly on it, but this one doesn't have the secondary metering block like these other ones do. So, oh, that might be a bit low for the camera. Let's see, it's got one there and one on the back side. And this one's just got the one, so that made it a bit shallower. And that's why that one fits and that one didn't. So I just marked out a 1/2 inch deep section. So we're either gonna make it great or make it terrible. So, or maybe not great, but make it slightly better. Don't know if this will work, but I'll give it a go. That's quite barbaric. Well, there we go. We'll I don't know, guess we'll see if it runs or not anyway. Whether or not it makes it better or worse, we won't know because we never had a before and after. So there we have the manifold all bolted down, and that got the carby on. I ended up changing the fitting at the back there because it was one that was going to work for the auto and that, and I ended up taking the machine screw out of the back and putting that fitting in for the vacuum line for the brakes. So I'm just going to dump this on there. There we go. And see how we're going to look for an accelerator linkage. What range of motion's that got there to there? So if I put that in there, that should work. And so it will give it wide open throttle because that's not bellied out. And it will come all the way back. So that'll work, and it won't bind on anything behind there. So I'll just have to drill this hole out, so I'll be able to slot that in there. And that should work wicked. So that's the carby on. I just got the fuel plumbed up just out of a jerry can, little electric pump. Yeah, Dizzy's on. I set it the same way as I did in the last video, I think. Yeah, last video. Or earlier in this video, I can't remember now. Yeah, just got some old leads that I had, well, they're brand new leads that I had for something, but I can't remember, but had those sitting around, so I thought I'd throw those on. Mounted the ignition box up on the wall, firewall there. So I think I've got fuel. Yeah, I've got fuel to the carby, so we'll give her a crank and see what happens. I'll throw this back up here. There we go. So if we get a big fireball, at least we've got it on camera. And flat battery again, by sounds. Alright, so I just tipped a bit of fuel down the carby and charged the battery up a little bit. So I'll give this one more go before we go inside. I also hook the choke up as well. Well, there we go, it runs. There was a bit of a knock, but I'm thinking that was from further back. Like the tail shaft might have been spinning a bit, or something along those lines. I didn't want to run it for too long, because as you can see, no water running through it. But she starts. Winner. Not a big winner, but a winner. Righto. Well, yeah, I'll throw this up online and then I'll do more later on. Might head up to Toowoomba tomorrow. Take the brakes up to get a kit put through them and everything. It was like, it's bugger all. I think it was like, I might said about 160 or 180 bucks to kit it out with a stainless sleeve in it and everything. So I'm like, beauty. Righto, till next time.